Good morning, everybody. Today we're finishing up Chapter 3. We're going to do Lesson 4, Principles of the Constitution. We're going to talk about the 5 principles of government, which is popular sovereignty, that we are going to elect our officials who are going to represent us in government. The idea of limited government and the rule of law, meaning that government has to have a place where it stops in your life and that nobody's above the law. So this is something that's actually being discussed today, is whether when we're on the shutdown and we're forced to stay at home, is the government overreaching its step and going into your life too far. The other one is separation of power, meaning our government is separated into 3 branches: the executive branch, or the president; the legislative branch, Congress, lawmaking; or the judicial branch, the Supreme Court, who are going to, check the laws against the U.S. Constitution to make sure that they're not violating it. The fourth is going to be checks and balances, meaning that each one of those 3 branches has a way to keep the other one in check, like the president can veto a law that Congress passes. And the last principle of government you're going to read about is federalism, how we have a national government, state governments, and also local governments, and what their place is. Um, with that, when you're doing and you're going through with your vocabulary and your worksheet, you're going to see a chart that's going to show you the system of checks and balances. You're going to be able to, see how each of the 3 branches can affect each other. The last thing that this chapter is going to talk about is the supremacy clause. It can be a little bit confusing, but the easy way is to remember that there is no law that is above the U.S. Constitution. So if the state government would pass a law that violates something in the Constitution, say your freedom of speech, that law that the state passed is automatically unconstitutional, and the Constitution always wins out. So when you're doing this, pay attention, because there's things that are in this chapter that if you watch the news or you pay attention to what's going on today, that are actually being talked about today. Next week, my plan is to do some type of activity where we're going to look at something going on today and how it's going to relate to this, and then we'll have a online test again for chapter 3, open book, open notes. As always, feel free to email me, feel free to add class comments. Don't struggle, get a hold of me any way I can help you. I will help you. I will have a Google Meet tomorrow at 12 o'clock on Tuesday. If you have any questions, that's the time. I'll be upside down because my computer uh, isn't working correctly, but you can ask your questions to me and we can see each other in person. All right, guys, I hope you have a good week. Thank you.